What's going on, guys? Welcome to Truck a Minute. It's been a while since I did one, but today I want to talk about trucking companies basically versus drivers that's home every day versus drivers that are on the road. Now, this is just my opinion, guys. I mean, I didn't actually dig into the I guess the wells of trucking to try to find out what was what. But I'm saying this right now because okay, so my situation today is I'm not going over the road anymore. I drove over the road for so many years, and for me, those days are done. Okay. Now you got young guys that's coming out of these trucking schools that's driving, and I'm not in this particular topic that I'm talking about today. It's not about the new truck drivers that's coming out. If you're a new truck driver and you're coming out, guess what? You're gonna take the stuff at the bottom, and I'm not saying that to be negative or to be like I'm looking down on you or anything like that. But of course, just like anything, when you come out of truck driving school, or if you got it without the truck driving school and you get your first job or your second job, it's usually not paying as much as it would for somebody that's already seasoned, that's been doing this for a while. But you guys are the ones that I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the guys that have been over the road probably 8, 9, 10 years. Okay, you've been over the road that long, and now you see, here's the thing I'm trying to get out, and I'm trying to get an understanding of. Okay, so if you're making, let's just say $65,000 a year over the road, and if you have a family, you have a wife, you have kids, okay, that's cool. But I can tell you, man, even if you're making $70,000 or even $80,000, there's jobs, and I'm just saying this because this is just a topic that I wanted to talk about. There's jobs out here that have you home every night. You may work a little bit long hours. You may work 10, 12 hours a day. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing as over the road. The only difference about, well, I'm not gonna get into that. That's a topic for another video. But I want to kind of stay on track. Trucking, as far as money versus over the road versus being home every night. Now, in my opinion, when I was driving over the road, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? And then your kids grow up so fast to where you get back home and they almost grown. So that's the downside to that. But let's talk about the money. And I'm sure there's jobs on either side that you can do to make more money. Basically, I'm just talking about an average. Okay, so if you're a driver that's been driving 8, 9 years and you're making $60,000, $70,000 a year, man, I just, unless you just enjoy being out there, if you just enjoy being out there, that's one thing. But if you're someone that would like to be home with your family, your wife and your kids and stuff like that, then you may want to look at jobs that's local, that can get you home every night. Now, of course, you can't. One of the things that I do know is every market doesn't have the same amount of jobs. I do understand that, but trucking is one of those vast places you can go and you can find a job. So the question that I'm asking, and I want you guys to comment on this, is what do you think? What do you think is better, over the road or being home every night? Now, most people say being home every night. I know most people will say that. I'm one with it, that I'll say every night. If the money is not that much difference, and I know the over the road company is not gonna like me saying this, but if I'm making $70,000 a year over the road, and I could come home, be home every night, and make $70,000, it's just not worth it to me. It's really not worth it to me. Now, you can look at the different things that you deal with on both jobs, but the money to me is, if I'm making 70 and I can be home every night, I'm not going over the road. I'm sorry. And that's the part that the companies I know that have over the road jobs. And look, some people when it come down to over the road, some people love it. You know, some guys love it. Some guys just love being out there. But like I said, this is only for people that, if you're making a certain amount of money, talk to drivers that's home every night. I mean, some of them gonna lie. I mean, you know, everybody gonna. You got people on over the road gonna lie about the money. But the thing is, you can kind of get a general amount that people are making, or you can call some companies and just find out. You know, so man, I appreciate y'all coming through. It's been a minute since I did a Truck a Minute, but I want to do this one because this is just one of those things that I always think about. Like, would I want to be back out there over the road? Absolutely not. That's just me. You have younger guys that don't mind being out there, but like I said, this was for the guys that have been doing it for 6, 7, 8 years, that is out there making decent money. But could you be home if you really wanted to be home? Could you be home and make that type of money? Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all coming back and checking out this Truck a Minute. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be cool.